Good Sunday afternoon. It's time for the North Carolina Vinyl Picker Show. And on this episode, we're going to go at 1978. I'm going to show you my top 10 albums from 1978. And I'm also going to show you what I picked up this week at the thrift store. And I also went to a record store. But first, I want to congratulate them New York Yankees. New York Yankees are going to the World Series, first time in 15 years. Yes, that's a long time for my Yankee fans out there. But we're going this year. We don't know if we're going to play the Dodgers or the Mets. So we will see. My prediction at the beginning of the playoffs was it would be Dodgers and Yankees in the World Series. I made this come true. Or maybe those Mets will come. Those Metsies will come out and do it. Sorry, Steve. Tiger's kind of... Okay, so what did we get this week? So we went to Lenoir. I went up to J&B Records, and I went up there and seen John and Barbara, and picked up a few dollar records. I saw it on Facebook where they were having a dollar sale, and you know the North Carolina Vinyl Picker, he's all in on the dollars. So I found some bangers here, some real bangers for $1 a piece. Holst, The Planets Per Evan. Holst was a composer in the late 1800s, early 1900s. I think he was very young when he composed this. But this is done by the London Symphony Orchestra. This thing is amazing. $1. Can't beat it. Paul Winter, The Common Ground. Pretty mellow stuff. He's a new age artist. I like new age music, but this one's really good. This would be good for laying on a sofa and putting that on and maybe taking a little nap. This one here would also be good for that. Stephen Halpern, Spectrum Suite. These were all $1 a piece. I'll try to get back up there and see if I can dig through there again. I went through them pretty quick. Sergio Mendes in Brazil 66. Yes, this lady here, I believe, married Herb Albert that was in his band. And Sergio Mendes just passed away like during the summer. Yep, probably why he's on A&M Records. Neil Diamond, Heading for the Future. This is $1. I'm all in on Neil Diamond too. All in on Neil. Love Neil Diamond. Seen him live in Orlando with my wife many years ago. It was awesome. Living legend. Poor man has Alzheimer's now, I think. Steppenwolf, 16 greatest hits for $1. Where are you going to get this album for $1? And it was really good. Like minty mint fresh. Like double mint gum. Victory at Sea. I'm all in on Victory at Sea. I got about, I don't know, closing in on 100 copies probably of all the different variations. This one here is a double album. And these were $1 a piece. You know, the Navy man, I got to have my Victory at Sea. So that was it from J&B Vinyl. And then I got a few things also at J&B Vinyl that wasn't $1. I got Carly Simon, Hello Big Man, and Jackson Browne, Lives in the Balance. These were, I think, $7 a piece. So that's pretty good price. I got to get back up there. I got to get up there and see my other friend up there in the other record store down the street. PFM. We got this in the mail. It's from their second album, I believe. Dulcimina Maria. That's pretty good Italian. Wish I could say Primietta Forneria Marconi. I'm getting better at it. Was that all I got this week? No. I got this. Roxy Music. This came in this haul. I got the 45. I got Stranded, which is a very good record. It's early Roxy, with Eddie Jobson on saxophone or keyboards and Genesis. This is another copy of Revelation, but this one here is a Spanish one. And you can see Gabriel up there, which this would have been This would have been later. This wouldn't have been during the album Revelation, from Genesis to Revelation. That would have been later on in the repertoire of Genesis. So it's not an early picture of this album. It's not a representation of this album. But I love this album. This one and Trespasser are my two favorite Genesis albums. It's true. It's very true. Okay, everybody ready to go to 1978? We've already been talking for 5 minutes. Well, in 1978, I was in the Navy, and I was underway. I was underway a lot. On my first ship, and I was on board her for 4 years, and I made 5 deployments in 4 years. I was a busy boy. I was always gone. I was a young man, and what we were listening to, we had a radio station on the ship, me and another friend of mine. I should have dug out the picture. I need to go ahead and bring that up sometime. And maybe I'll do it when I do 1979. I'll show you that picture. And it's me and Doug, and we had the, it had to have been 1980 though, because we used to play Duke in there, and that didn't come out till 1980, Genesis. So anyway, 1980. When I get to 1980, I'll show you that picture of me and my friend Doug, who was a hospital corpsman, second class, and we used to have a show at night, and the first song we would play was On the Air, Peter Gabriel. It's true. It's true. It's from the second album, from Gabriel's second album. Okay, so these are runner-ups. In 1978, we were all young and dumb, you know. Jean-Michel Jarre, Equinox. This is the follow-up to Oxygen, and we were all listening to this stuff back then. This was electronic music. This is a runner-up. Love that album. I still play it to this day, and I love Oxygen too. Those are my two favorite of his. He did make more after that. Another band that I liked, and I saw this man with Nectar, I think the year before, was Chords. This is Synergy, Larry Fast, Synergy. He was on some of Peter Gabriel's stuff, and he has got quite a few albums he did. This was probably my favorite of his albums, his solo of Synergy that he did, Larry Fast. A DJ Copy, White, Clear, Okay, coming in at number 10. We were listening to this one here with Justin Hayward from the Moody Blues, did Forever Autumn, and it was The War of the Worlds, and everybody was listening to this in 1979. Either this or you were listening to the Bee Gees, because there was 1979, there was a whole lot of disco going on. Starland Vocal Band, all kinds of stuff. The Bee Gees and, Donna Summer and all them people, Barry White, it was all happening in 1979. And I was listening to these records that I'm showing you right now. This is what I was listening to, plus a lot more. But I just pulled 10 of my favorites from that year. And this album is great. If you get a chance, probably pick it up. If you can find it on CD, play it on CD. I would have played all the way through because it's a story. It's like listening to an audio book or something, I would imagine. But yeah, great album. Great song, Justin Hayward. Coming in at number 9 is Carly Simon. She's back again. The Boys in the Trees. I can remember having this on cassette. I used to play it all the time on my rack on the ship. And that was one of my favorite albums of that year, 1978. Did I say 79? That's next week. 78, The Boys in the Trees. Carly Simon. Coming in at number... Why do I always do this? Okay, so 10, 9, coming in at number 8. It's Jean-Luc Ponty, Cosmic Messenger. Another great fusion album. By this time, I don't remember if... Yeah, he's not on here. Daryl Stalmer or Alan Holdsworth were both not on this album by this time. Just Jean-Luc Ponty. And this is... Whew, you got to listen to this one. If you ain't got this one here, you need to find this one. Cosmic Messenger. I was all in on jazz fusion by that time. Coming in number 7. Bruford. Feels Good to Me. Another great album. His debut solo album. And Belize Bob's on here, and Sample and Hold, Seems Like a Lifetime Ago. This album does seem like a lifetime ago. I love that I've seen Bruford. I know my friend John probably saw him. I didn't get to see Bruford and his band. I didn't get to see Jean-Luc Ponty. I never got to see Carly Simon. I did see the Moody Blues, though. Excuse me. Bill Bruford. Feels Good to Me, number 7. Make sure I'm doing this right this week. Oh, Stoner, did I do it again? 10, 9, 8, 7. Number 6, Tormato. Yes, Tormato. A promo stamp. A lot of people poo-poo on this Yes album. No, that's a great album. Just like the Officer and a Gentleman from Love Beach, ELP. Another album people love to hate. But people love to hate this album too. Yes, Tormato. I love Tormato. I saw this tour. There's my ticket right there. I seen the Tormato tour, and it was in the round in the Hampton Coliseum in Virginia. This is where I saw that. Future Times, Don't Kill the Whale, Release. Awesome stuff. Onward, Circus of Heaven, On the Silent Winds of Freedom. That's probably the best song on here. Arriving UFO. I don't know if they owed Atlantic Records another album, but this time they were all breaking up to do solo albums. Excuse me. And but this is a great album. If you don't have it, you can find it cheap, probably $5. $5. Number 5. I saw this tour also. This one here I seen in the same place at the Spectrum at Hampton Coliseum. The Moody Blues, an Octave. This was their comeback album after they took a break and did some solo stuff. And this one's on blue vinyl. And this album here, Octave, was a great show. I remember seeing it like it was yesterday. I remember them walking out on the stage, and I could, it was fantastic. Coming in at number 4. By this time, Steve Hackett had left Genesis, and then there were 3. A promo copy. Great album. I didn't see this tour either. My friend John, I think he went and saw it. I was, like I say, I was gone. I was gone almost a whole year. So, yeah. I didn't see it. But I would love to see it. I think I've seen footage of them doing songs from this album. But, 1978. Then there were 3, because there was only 3. There was no more Steve Hackett, and Gabriel had left after the Lamb. So, speaking of Gabriel, coming in number 3, Scratch. Some people call this album Scratch. Peter Gabriel just calls it Peter Gabriel. But the first song on here is what? On the Air, right. That's the one I played on my on my radio show. Which I'm going to show you next week. I'm going to show you that picture. Or 1980. It's going to be one. It's going to be soon. It's going to be soon. White Shadow. This is a great album. I got a copy coming in the mail that has the promo stamp on the bottom, has the timing strip. It's coming in the mail. Looking forward to that. And also looking forward to putting this one in my shop. I'll probably put that one in my shop. UK, number 2. Went to Central Park. We lived in Jersey. I went over to Central Park and with my friend John, and I remember seeing him over a fence or through some bushes to the stage. And I don't remember why we didn't go in to see him, but maybe John will make a comment in here if he watch. I got a little tickle today. I think I'm going to take a little sip. Maybe that'll help. That's better. So, the UK first album, Bruford, Holdsworth, Eddie Jobson, John Wetton, supergroup, one of the very first supergroups. 1979, disco was happening. Remember, that was what's happened. Prague was dead by 1979. This was probably the last good prog album made in the 70s, right here. It's my number 2. I listen to it a lot. I listen to it every year. I listen to it. Awesome. Their second album's good too, but not as good as their first album. And number one, there could only be one number one. And that would be this lady here. I remember seeing her at my friend's house. She was on Saturday Night Live. And from there, it just took off. And Kate Bush, The Kick Inside. Never got to see her live, that's for sure. But played a lot of her music. Have all her stuff. And her second album, Lionheart. This could have been a double album. They both came out the same year. And I'm sure all this material was probably wrote by her at the same time. And just had, she had it all in the can and then she just released it. So 79 is a nice Jap copy I got from VC Member. And yeah, beautiful cover. That's it. That was 1979. Glad you stuck around for that. 1978. Why do I keep saying 79? 79 will be next week. I'm glad you enjoyed the show. Got to watch the Dodgers tonight. See how they're going to do. And we'll be talking to you soon. And support them troops if you can. I'll be talking to you later. Bye for now. North Carolina Vinyl Picker, I'm out.